This is Kaylee from the Retro Toy Box, and today we will be testing out a 2600 Atari. Now, I just tried to make a video previously here. I had no idea how to work an Atari. This is the first one I've ever tried working with. So I figured everything out, and I had a whole bag full of games here. And some of them were working and some of them weren't. I had no idea why, because I would plug certain games in. And I'll show you real quick. I've got plug-in Asteroids here. And this is what it looked like. And it wouldn't do anything. It just kind of flashed colors. And I was wondering why. And it's because these games here are not built for the Atari 2600. They are built for the Atari 2649. And it says it right here, CX 2649, which means this will run on a different Atari. That is what I am assuming here. And on the game console itself here on the bottom, it says CX 2600, which is, of course, Atari 2600. But luckily, I do have games here that will work on the Atari 2600. And what I noticed the difference is these do not have this little chip thing that sticks out. Kind of like how, you know, N64 or Nintendo Entertainment System games have. They have like a little chip sticking out for the console to read it. And I have some that do here. I don't know the proper name for them. I'm just going to call them little chips. But I've got a few games with those on it, which means that these are proper games to play on the Atari 2600. So I'm going to plug those in and play them to show you that they all work and that the Atari works really well. So I will plug Frogger in and we will get started. So Frogger is plugged in here. Got some nice music. And for some reason, at first Frogger doesn't show up. I try to push buttons and wait and see if he would show up, but I think he does when I reset the game. There we go. I just pressed the reset game button and that worked. I don't know why I have to do that, but anyway. I'm using this joystick here, as you can see. I'm moving Frogger all around, backwards, up. This is actually a new controller that I bought for this, too. So, am I gonna make it? Woo! I made it! Okay. So that is Frogger here, and I will be back with another game. The next one is Star Voyager here. Now, I have not tried this game out yet, so I don't know what to expect. The other ones I have, so fingers crossed. Cool. I guess I'm supposed to, I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this game, so forgive me. And plus I'm playing with one hand, so come on. I guess I died. But anyway, this game works really well. I don't know if it's picking up really well on the phone, but it's showing me slight indications that I'm moving with the star patterns. I mean, it's Atari graphics, so it's really hard to tell. But I'm also pressing the orange button. It's very responsive. So that is Star Voyager, and I'll be back with, I believe it's Donkey Kong. And we're back, and here's Donkey Kong. And as you can see, this works very well. also. I am so bad at this game. Donkey Kong does not look like a gorilla at all. He looks like a little blob. So this game is interesting. I think it's the first appearance of Mario, and he's called Jumpman or something like that. And I forget Princess Peach's original name, but it's very interesting. So as you can see, that is very responsive and it works very well. All these games work extremely well. I'm actually very surprised, especially because I've had Nintendo Entertainment Systems, which aren't as old, and I usually have trouble with those, but this has been excellent. Now another game I have is that is supposed to work for this. It's called Kaboom, and it doesn't respond at all. Now, if it ever does, if I clean it and it does respond, I will have it in the package. If you're interested in purchasing this Atari 2600, and if it does not respond, I will just throw it away. But there's no use in really testing it out because it just doesn't work. It shows a blank screen. So, but if you are interested in this console here, I will have it for sale in my Retro Toy Box store. I'll have a link in the description below to my eBay store, and your package will come with one console here. It will come with all the games that I just played, the Donkey Kong, what is it again? It's Star Voyager and Frogger. And I will also include a whole entire bag full of games here. I'll have pictures taken of them. I'm not going to actually test them out because they don't work on this console, but they will work on their proper console. So if you're an Atari collector out there, these games will be great as well. And I'm sure you know a lot more than me, and will probably know the right console that it's supposed to work on. So it will come with the Atari 2600 console, games, and you'll also get 3 controllers here. You'll get the joystick that I have here, and then 2 other controllers that I don't have with me. I'll have pictures of them in my store for you to see. They're like these little knob kind of controllers. They don't go with this as far as I know, but if you're interested and you can do it some with them, I'll include it in the package. And then your package will also come with the cable cord to plug it up and the power cord. So again, if you're interested in purchasing this console here, this Atari 2600, I will have a link to the Retro Toy Box eBay store in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, message me any questions that you have at my Retro Toy Box store on eBay, or you can message me here, whichever you prefer. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye. Guys, this is Kaylee from the Retro Toy Box again. I'm doing a little update. I'm going to add this to the previous video that I recorded. In my last video, or well, not in my last video, but in the last part of this video, I said that some games weren't working, but I don't know much about the Atari. This is my first one, like I said before, that I've tried out. But the other games I have gotten to work. So I will play all of them for you so that you can see that all the games are working great. Thank you so much for staying with me and everything through my mistakes and all that. And I think you can see the screen just fine. It's a little dark in my room. I plugged my Atari into this TV, and I just decided to continue the video in here. I just didn't feel like unplugging everything and putting it back. So we're going to do this little command next. Plug that in, like so. I noticed a lot with these games, I kind of had to press restart at first. I guess it's just, you know, I don't know if that's a typical Atari thing that happens, but... Or if this is just really old and needs to wake up. So this game works just fine. I'm just really bad at it. And I have not gotten Kaboom to work, so I think I'll just throw that game away. So that is Missile Command, and I will be back with another game. This one's Defender. Oh, that one worked just fine, so I'm controlling everything up and down, go sideways, shooting. So that's Defender, and I'm going to plug in another game. Next we have Pinball. Now there are a lot of games in here, so... Yeah, now these games are actually working pretty well. They just probably needed just to wake up. There we go. And you know, that's pinball. That's pretty much it. I moved the little lever things at the bottom. So I'll be back with another game. Next we have Combat. I don't know why I keep having to press restart for these games. It's weird. Alright, so that is Combat, and it works just fine. And I believe you're allowed to have a player too. But I don't have another controller to plug in, so I can't move the blue guy. Sorry. I'll be back. Alright, next we have is Pac-Man. And it works fine. This is a terrible version of it, though. Oh no, I'm pinned. So yeah, that's Pac-Man, and I'll be back with another game. And here we have Street Racer. I'm trying to figure this out. How does this go? I can't move the car around. Hold on 1 second. Well, it's doing something obviously, but I can't seem to be controlling the car at all. So I don't know what the deal is. But I mean, it works and it's got sound. I just don't know about the game and how to control it. So I'm going to move on to the next game. Alright, now we got Asteroids. And this game it's working great. On to the next game. The next game is called Video Chess. It's obviously just plain chess. There, now you can see better. I'm just kind of going around pressing random buttons to show you that it works. And I got a couple more games here, so I will plug the next one in. Alright, so the last two games were I had 3 games left, and 2 of them were just repeats. So this is the last game. It's called Berserk, I think. So here I'm controlling the guy around. And I'm shooting, I think I can shoot. Yeah. So there you go. Let me see. I'm going to turn this game off real quick. And then I'll show you how many games will come in your package. Alright, I am back. And a total of 15 games will come in your package. Like I previously... Like I previously said before, your package will come with the 15 games that I just showed you. 3 of them I showed you earlier in the video. Your package will also come with one Atari 2600 console, 1 joystick controller, and 2 controllers that are the knob ones that you turn. And you'll also get the cable cord and the power cord, and you'll also get this little box cable cord, the original one that the Atari came with. I'll have a couple of pictures in the store for you to see. I don't know what it's called, but it's like the old-fashioned antenna plug-up. And you could put the cord that's connected to the Atari in this little box, and you actually screw the box into the TV antenna. It's really old-fashioned, so I didn't have anything like that, so I had to go online. I had to find an actual cable plug-in that can stick onto the Atari wire. But you'll see what I'm talking about. And in the actual store, I'm not that great at describing things sometimes. But all of them worked except one. I think I'm just gonna throw Kaboom away. This one. Unfortunately, it's just blank when it pops up. This would have been 16 games, but it's not. Anyway, thank you so much for bearing with me. And I hope you guys have a great day. And again, if you're interested in this console, I will have a link in the description below to my Retro Toy Box eBay store. Thanks so much. Bye.